about to get into live. Be sure to follow our amazing sponsors, Fiya Infusion, Tax Strategy, Ask BlueJae, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi, and Black Dollar Days. And be sure to tune into our other programming throughout the week. All right, y'all, let's get it.
What it do? Your favorite cousin Young Jock checking in. And right now you're tuned into the Blueprint Live with my favorite MzMetchi, all right? Hey, man, you know what it is. Keep doing what you're doing and keep it right here. Chill.
Hey, happy Thursday. Go ahead and put something in your cup because we got to talk this week. A lot we got to talk about. If you're on this live, as you know, share this live up. Drop your business in the comments. I got a lot to talk to y'all about this. This is Space It by Chanel Truvillion, so y'all make sure y'all go and follow. Make sure you go and download that on all music platforms. I smile at the hate. I'm getting too ill, so I must be making. Who is this in the comments here? I put them on pause just like I was watching a flip. Hey, David. Hey, Auntie Tracy. Thank you. She said, hey, Stacey. Hey. You know, I be trying to come in. I'm like, I want to be in a good mood. What's up, David? Thank you so much for checking in with me tonight. If you're on the live, make sure that you share this up, okay? Drop those businesses in the comments. It's all about you tonight. I mean, you know, I got some updates for you. I got some things going on, but we're going to talk about it. All right. Before I go any further, okay, got to thank my amazing sponsors. So shout out to CHBM Services, okay? They are offering services for single parent homes, okay? They're trying to help for the advancement for your family. So if you or someone can benefit from job resources and just different things to really help them maximize on the lives that they live with their children, okay? We're talking about single parents. CHBM Services is the one for you. So make sure that you reach out, okay? Do it. If you know, we've been talking about taxes since way before tax season. So if you have not filed your taxes, you better reach out to the tax pros at Tax Strategy, okay? Get your life together. It's okay. Ain't nobody judging. We just want you to be the best you, okay? Shout out to Fiya Infusions. Make sure that you sign up for updates for their relaunch. And shout out to Ask BlueJae, okay? She's offering all types of professional services, and you can shop the Black Excellence collection. I always tell y'all about my Black Excellence mug. I got to drink my coffee, and I literally like clean it and put it right back on my desk because I'm like, I need this for in the morning. I need my coffee. So shout out to Ask BlueJae, okay? You can use code MeChi10 for 10% off of all, you know, their products, services, anything. They got ebooks, all types of things that you need to really help you take it to the next level, okay? Black Dollar Days. Now, if you have not signed up your business, this is free. It's free for your business to be registered on this directory. You're missing out. There's so many businesses that signed up. The Blueprint Media Company has signed up. Lavish Looks, we are signed up on there because we got to know who to shop with on the days that she is leading this financial protest. So make sure, please, go ahead and go sign up and register those businesses. Let me get in these comments. Hey, Selena, thank you so much for checking in, girl. Make sure you drop Royalty Massages. I don't know, is the Father's Day sale still going on or did that end? I didn't know if it was for the whole month. Just drop that in the comments for me, Selena. David said, watching from Cedar Hill, Texas. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. Texas in the house. Hey, Texas in the house. Okay. You said the best you. I love that. Absolutely. What type of coffee that you drink? Okay, so the type of coffee I drink, David, thank you so much for asking. I actually like Dunkin' Donuts. I like the little K-cups. So I use those and I'm like kind of plain. I'll do a little French vanilla and I've been staying away from sugar. So it's been a little bit different to have my coffee now. And I even like their decaf too. So at times, if I'm not trying to consume any caffeine, their decaf is pretty good. Get the K-cups, y'all. That's the best way to go. I mean, everybody loves a good cup of coffee. Okay. And Talina said, if you're trying to get a massage, okay, or get any other services that's offered at Royalty Massages, you can use the code. I'll post the flyer. I'll reshare it for y'all, so you can go ahead and get your discount. Okay. You want to use code James. Okay. She put it all on there. RoyaltyMassages.com. Period. Pooh. So, job opportunity of the week. So, y'all not gonna believe this. The truckers, they still need truckers, y'all. Did y'all know that it's a shortage? It's a real shortage out here. It's not good. It's not looking good. If you know someone that is, they have the licensing and they can drive, they can do locally. Okay. We're looking for you. And they're offering bonuses. This is the move. If you know a truck driver. Okay. So make sure that you engage, let them know. David says sugar-free coffee is the best. Okay. My auntie Tracy said Talina's the bad girl, the bomb. Yes, she is. Yes, we mean bad in a good way. Okay. Y'all, I tell you what, not even to get off topic from my job opportunity of the week, but let me tell you about Royalty Massages real quick. I got this horrible crook in my neck. It was a few months ago. I don't know if I think it was a few months ago. I just remember I was so stiff, I couldn't move. And I already had my massage scheduled. Needless to say, by the time that I was done, with my massage, the crook was gone. I was moving my neck as free as I did before the crook got in there. So y'all make sure y'all go on book. Okay. Real talk. So job opportunity of the week. Again, we're looking for truckers. So make sure that you're following Closing the Gap Staffing on Facebook and on Instagram at Closing the Gap Staffing, and visit closingthegapedu.com for more information on this role and any other roles that they may have available. Okay. That's my job opportunity of the week. So let's get into a real juicy topic for tonight. Not too juicy, not too crazy, but why are Black women's looks so heavily criticized? This comes as I'm going to get into it a little bit with my hated it, but I want us to just kind of dig into it. It's not going to be too heavy, but just a conversation of, things that I'm starting to notice. And I want to know if you all are noticing it too, as far as our looks down to everything from the top to bottom is being so criticized in so many different spaces. And I think that we can just have a productive conversation. So I'm looking forward to it. Make sure that you stick around for the topic of the night. Hate it and love it. All right. So let me lead you into how I came to tonight's topic. Sha'Carri Richardson. If you have not heard of her, I don't know where you've been. Okay. She is the bomb.com, hailing from Texas. And she is killing it in track and field, like killing it, going to the Olympics. Okay. But a lot of the things that have been, along with her accomplishments, because you can't take away from that. She is freaking awesome. She is the best. Okay. She's the Simone Biles of running. Okay. Of track. She is that. There's all these criticisms because of hair and nails and all of this other stuff. And I'm like, are we not seeing greatness? That was my hated it this week. I ran across it so many times, or just, if I'm reading the article, I love to read an article online and like go into, I will read the comments and everything, just kind of read the commentary and the things that people had to say. I'm like, this is a trend, but it's like, you can't do this. You can't wear this. You can't be eccentric in this type of way. And, without it like kind of going mainstream. And I'm like, are we not paying attention to the actual thing that was going on? I'm like, she's literally the best. And then this is what you all are focused on. So that was my hated it. I hated the fact that along with seeing those accomplishments for her, that there was so much negativity. And that was honestly what, it really sparked the topic for tonight for me personally. David said, yeah, I just read her article right now on Focus Daily News. Right. And then, you know what? My heart absolutely went out to her with that, because she had just, lost her mom not too long before, she did that particular meet. And I'm like, man, when you have to push through your grief, it doesn't even have to be like losing someone. Grief is it's got so many different dimensions to it. But when you can still persevere and you can still go and you're still pushing and you're still doing. And I mean, and literally being the absolute best that you can be. I believe that there is reward with that. And I was so happy to see it. So, you know, so that was my hate, but my love it. My love it is seeing that there are so many, you know, African-American women that are being represented in the Olympics, you know, even from that, you know, just from track and field and, you know, in swimming and all of these different things, we're starting to, you know, just see a lot more of that inclusion that I think that we've all been, you know, kind of wanting with certain things. It's like, hey, I'm the best too. I want to be a part of the, you know, the competition. And so it's amazing to see. And they actually were, they shared this, you know how they have the Olympic rings? They had it with like the door knocker earrings. I was like, y'all better come through. I was like, this is everything. It was everything, a great advertisement for it. I'm like, y'all better make that go ahead and go viral. David said, and she made it clear for people to say her name right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, it does. That's what Auntie Tracy said. Absolutely. David said she came straight out of Carter High School in Dallas, Texas, and did it. I'm proud of her. So proud. Oh, David. I mean, when I tell you, I saw it and was just beaming. Like, this is everything. This is everything. All right. So I gave y'all my one. My one hated it. My one loved it. And really, you know what? I'm going to say, I think I got another love it this week. So, you know how you can go through things, you know, or you know, you have certain experiences and you're just like, man, you know, whoo, that was really something to go through. But there's a certain level of awareness that you kind of walk away with from those situations. You know, you're just like, hey, you know what? This is very eye-opening. I see what's happening. I can say that in this past week, I've had a series of those things that have kind of happened. And I'm just going to say my love it this week is just being proud of having a better way to handle things, you know, always just trying to search for like the best way for there to always be a place of peace within me. And that may sound crazy, like not that you want chaos or anything like that, but sometimes if you see things for how they are, or you understand how it is, and you still try to fight against that, you'll hurt yourself more trying to push the issue versus accepting things for how it is and moving forward. So definitely my love it this week is being able to have that awareness with, you know, that a better awareness, because I had it all along, but a better awareness within self to not go within when certain things happen and just understand that it is what it is. Some things just are what they are, and you can't, there's nothing that you can do about it. And like I said, you don't want to end up messing yourself up more or feeling more of a type of way or anything by even engaging in things that there's nothing you can do to change it. I can say, hey, my name is Demetria MzMetchi Brown, and I am a reformed warrior. How about that? I'm a reformed warrior. I can say that. Now I'm just like this. It is what it is. Let it be what it's going to be and adapt the way that you need to. You see what it is. And I'm talking about, this could be with any relationship. This could be with any situation. If you go to work and you miserable every single day, you just like this, I cannot, why am I up in here? I saw the funniest TikTok where it's this, it's like an older lady's voice, but everybody's been doing it, where it's like she in the con, she like, I got to go up in this mother job. Ooh, let me find another job. Okay. If you're getting feelings like that, okay, you know that it's time to walk away. You know what it's time to do. You know what it is. So it's like a lot of the times we fight against the things that we know. You know what I'm saying? You can't fight against how you feel or what you understand, especially if there's no way for you to get understanding of those things. You have to move forward. And I can say that I admire right now, I love it that I'm just at a place where I'm able to do that. And that's really it. So let me get into these comments. She said, you go, girl. Yes. Stand in your truth. David said, everything becomes a bit uncomfortable, and that's part of life and growth. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Tracy said, it's time to make a change. It is. When you like I said, when you know better, you do better. You do what you can. Okay, so that's just it. I wasn't even trying to get no advice with that, but I'm like, you know, if what I go through or my testimony can help somebody else, I'm here to pass it along. I'm always gonna do that. Always, always. So look, I gotta take a quick break, but when I come back, I got a really, really good. What would you do tonight? I really do. I'm excited. So I'll be right back right after this commercial break, okay? Shop the Black Excellence Collection by BlueJae today. From mugs to apparel and all of the accessories that you need, the Black Excellence Collection has you covered. Make sure that you use promo code MechiTan for 10% off. Shop now at www.agsbluejay.com/shop. It's Black Excellence, baby. Meet author, speaker, and coach Ask Catherine, founder of CHBM Services, LLC, dedicated to reducing poverty among single-parent homes through career development and resources. From books to apparel, events, and an entire listing of virtual workshops, as well as CHBM Services U, they've definitely got something for everyone. Visit chbmservices.com for more information. Oh, and don't forget to tune into Ask Catherine every second and fourth Saturday at 2 p.m. on FluentRadio. Are you or someone you know in need of a job? Go ahead and reach out to Closing the Gap Staffing. They have positions available for all professionals. Visit ClosingTheGap.edu.com for more information. And be sure to let them know that the Blueprint Media Company sent you. Are y'all ready for the what would you do? If you haven't already, make sure that you drop those businesses in the comments. And before I jump into my what would you do tonight, I'm going to go ahead and go in here and give y'all the code one more time, okay? 15% off. You can't beat that. I need you to go ahead and do it. Drop those businesses and let's network tonight, okay? Now, I left off with the hate it and love it. Do you know, just kind of talking about, hey, you got to do what's best for you. Tracy said it is. You will better. You better say that. Okay. Yes, you better. You'll feel better. Okay. Thank you. I was like this. I'm like, oop, I wasn't getting that all the way. But look, so what would you do tonight? This one, y'all, I don't know if this going to strike a chord for my ladies. I'm a little concerned, but I'm going to go ahead and read it anyway. And then I'll share my thoughts. Okay, let's get into this. What would you do? I've been dating someone a few months. It has progressed quickly. His ex was allegedly not good to him, played him, lied, etc. for over a year ago, and they split. Before they split, he wanted to marry and have children with her. We've been together for some time now, but I recently found out his ex has a credit card, and every month he pays for around $150 of her expenses, Ubers, takeout, etc. She is younger than him. He's in his 40s, has a job, has no kids. A totally clean break is absolutely possible for them. They haven't seen each other physically in a year because she lives overseas. I think this is completely inappropriate. He claims to be 110% over her, but how can it ever truly be done if he is giving her money? He now claims he wants to marry me and have kids with me, which of course comes across as completely non-genuine and manipulative given the above situation. I'm well aware this means there is still something there and that I shouldn't invest myself emotionally, but I just need for someone to tell me what they would do. Shoot. Whew. That's heavy. Okay, so to break it down, brief synopsis for those that might just be joining me right now. This is his ex. There's no children. There's nothing that's actually tying them together at this time. He is paying around $150 of her expenses as she lives overseas. Child, I have a lot of questions. About this arrangement. And I'll be honest with you. My thoughts, my raw thoughts after reading this, I would not want my significant other, funding anything with their ex if there's not, like I said, there's nothing that's attaching them. There's not any, investments, no children. Like she said, it's a clean break. But then this is the thing, it may not be a clean break. Yikes. He said he's 110% over her. When people start using them fractions that don't make sense, that don't make sense. It's just 100%. You could just say 100%. Yeah. Let me see. What David talking about? He said, can you please make a shout out to the cast of Wash? Okay, well, you making a shout out now. The series got nominated for 2 Daytime Emmy nominations. The series is shot here in Dallas, Texas, and they were amazing to watch. Me and my wife were part of it and were extras in the series. And the cast was nice and wonderful to watch on set. David, you better send in my information. You better be the plug. Plug me with the cast of Washed. Okay, they fresh out of Dallas, Texas, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all go and support. Okay. Sounds like a good series. David, drop where it's available at. For real. Because I want to know if they got any situations like what's on this. What would you do, child, with this man giving his ex money every month? $150. I'm like, do you know me? I like to go on a couple dates. That's a date. You know what I'm saying? I don't be trying to do, some people, they'll try to be like, yeah, we were at the steakhouse like every weekend, and y'all can do that. That's fine. Me and mine, we okay with going to TGI Friday. So that 150, that you taking away from our date money, sis. You gotta pay your own credit card. Why are we paying for your Ubers and takeouts? It's something more to this story. Okay, hold on. David put it on here. The series Wash season 2 is available now on Amazon Prime. Shit, I'm trying to see season 1. You said it's on Amazon. I got Amazon Prime. Y'all got Amazon Prime? I know all y'all ass got Amazon Prime. Everybody got it if you didn't have it before the pandemic, you got it during the pandemic. So y'all make sure y'all go on there and check that out. And that's dope that you dropped that in there. You know what I'm saying? Like him and his wife, they were a part of the project. So y'all make sure y'all go and check it out for sure. She's definitely going to have to, with this, what would you do? She's going to have to talk to her, significant other. If they are of significance to each other, then she should be able to just bring it up that that's something that she's uncomfortable with, and that she would, like for them to move away from that space. He's acknowledging that she feels some type of way, that, she feels it's inappropriate. He said he's over her. He's explained that to her. So in my mind, I feel like, if she wants to pursue that relationship, because this is the thing, you will see people headed down paths like, within their relationships or whatever the case is. But this is the thing, as a friend, as a family member, a coworker or whatever, unless like that person is being, physically harmed, their lives are in danger or whatever the case is, people have to see their relationships through to whatever the end is for them. You get what I'm saying? So like with situations like this, this young lady will probably go to her friends. They'll be like, oh girl, leave him, or girl, stay with him. You stay out that man's business. Everybody has a different perspective on the situation. So you got to go with what feels good for you. You know what I'm saying? She seems like that she like him, but she's hesitant. And I think that everybody can attest, like if you had some type of relationship, you felt some type of like, oh, I got to kind of stand off of this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? There's some things that raise some valid red flags. And I think that that's what's happening with this situation. David said, thank you, Michi. Appreciate it a lot. Absolutely. No, thank you for dropping it on there. Look, y'all better put us on to something. I'm always looking for something good to watch on TV. I'm going to put it back up there again. Washed. Season 2 is available on Amazon Prime. Y'all better get into them. Tracy said, if somebody's spending money, it's personal between them. Okay. Tracy, you better come through. That's my auntie, y'all. She coming through with the knowledge. I'm going to read it again. If somebody's spending money, it's personal between them. Absolutely. They on some, ooh, baby. Okay. That's what's going on. Be it $150, be it $50, $5, whatever. Most people, okay, let's go with the majority. I don't have the exact statistics, but go with me here because I'm pretty sure you'll agree. If y'all broke up for real, you're not asking them for money and they're not giving you money if it's like really, really, really over. But if you still are being real familiar with that person, seems to me like it may be something there. So I think that that's the root of it. Like, what is keeping you tied to doing this? Why? Why do you feel obligated? You know, you have a whole new relationship. You just said to me, you want me to be your wife and have your children. For me, you know, I actually had the situation happen before. You know, and it was a friend, you know, and it wasn't anything, you know, too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, people can be friends and you help your friends out and do different stuff like that. That's fine. But I'm just like, hey, this is something that's uncomfortable where it is, where we're trying to build and we're trying to do things. And then it's just like, you know, we have all of these different resources that are going out. And to this effect, it was not just a woman, it was, you know, friends. Like, you know, you take care of your friends, and I love kind of like that the village takes care of each other type of stuff. But when you're working towards goals and certain things within your relationship, it's just like those outside forces, you have to be very, very protective of your relationships. And it's not even just the romantic ones, you know what I'm saying? It could be the platonic ones, whatever. You gotta keep it honest, and you can't let things from the past or outside forces kind of penetrate what you got going on right now. And that's exactly what this is doing. Like, that situation is not, it's not over with. Now, if there's a situation where, say, what if this man ran her credit card up and she just like, look, we ain't gotta be together. You don't have to be my man, but you gonna pay the debt that you put on this card. He may not be being 100% honest in this situation. Like, I believe it's something more to it. Me personally, as Shay said, absolutely. That's it's. I agree with what this woman said. She said it's completely inappropriate. That much I think we can agree on. Absolutely. It's not right. It's not right. It's not over. It's still ongoing. So whatever it is, I would say get down to the bottom of it. And then this is the thing, what I'm learning, like, you know, just because I've been in a relationship, it's been for 10 years, you know what I'm saying? And naturally people grow, things happen. So you have to find new approaches of how you keep your relationship moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So when we talk to our significant others, we want to be a safe space to one another. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, we don't want to go into the conversation too like on 10. You want to make it a comfortable place, because if you had something that was not so much of the greatest situation that you wanted to share with your significant other, and they was yelling and making it an environment where you couldn't express yourself, that's not really a place that you're going to get the truth. The truth comes out when it's just like, there is, you know, an environment where it's a safe space. So that's what I would say with this situation. Talk to them, you know what I'm saying? Be able to get your point across and do it. But we can, you know, like for me, I can't do the rah-rah stuff. Y'all know I've been with Anthony since I was 23. So, you know, he caught me in my rah-rah days. I'm like, I just go, rrr. Some days it can even be like that right now. But for the most part, I'm trying to keep things going. I'm like, okay, I'm recognizing one approach isn't working, so let me try a different approach. She definitely needs to have a conversation with him, because he should not be giving his ex money unless he is legally obligated. If he ran it up on her credit card before they broke up, or did some fool shit, excuse my language, yes, I said it. If he did some fool shit, and that's why he's paying $150 towards that, whatever. But she said it's paying for her expenses like Ubers and takeout. I don't know. And she in her 40s too. Well, no, he in his 40s. I don't know. Then she overseas. I mean, you never know people's situation. You know, that'd be the crazy part, right? I think we all be trying to like do like Lifetime movies and like scandal. Like, well, what could it be? We trying to figure out the end and trying to Scooby-Doo the shit. No. Some people be having situations. You don't know what people's arrangements are. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get down to the truth. You got to be able to penetrate that conversation enough to get the truth out. That's what I would do if I was in that situation. I'd be like, hey, look. We trying to build over here. That's like you know, I look at this situation, the equivalent of this. You and your significant other, y'all building a house, right? Y'all building a house. Y'all laying probably like, you know, 100-something bricks a day. But for every 100 that you put down, he like this. I'm finna take about 5 of these. I'm finna walk him over here to my old house with my old girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what this situation seems like. Every time you like, man, you know, this, I felt like we put more down than this. I felt like that happened. He taking the bricks and laying them somewhere else. That's what it feels like with this situation. So you got to talk to him and just, really just kind of establish those boundaries. When you are in a relationship, you getting to know somebody. Mind you, everybody's relationship is different. What one person allows in their relationship, and we're not even just talking about strictly marriages. We talking about all relationships. It don't matter who you with. It don't matter. You don't know if you have crossed a boundary with somebody until you've crossed it, because you don't know this person. You're getting to know them. The problem comes in when you sit and you let things fester within that relationship. So you salty at him for giving money or whatever the case is, which is a great of it's I would be mad too, sis. Don't let it fester. You just got to find a productive way to get that information out and lay that particular boundary out. You know what I'm saying? It's never a bad time to reassess your boundaries. Okay? Let me say that. So if you got somebody that's doing something, in his mind, some people really don't see the harm in some of the things that they're doing. But if they care about you enough, they will open up their minds and open up their hearts to receive. If you're saying this hurt my feelings, this humiliated me, whatever feeling that they've induced from you, if this is your real significant other, they gonna be able to bring it to whatever level you at, be it up here, down here, wherever. They gonna meet you halfway. You get what I'm saying? So if he really want to be in a relationship with her, if he really want to, get married and have kids, like he's saying, because you would like to think that if you in a relationship with somebody, that your word is bond. You're saying what you actually feel. You got to bring that conversation to him, and you got to lay down that boundary. That is a hardcore boundary for me. Because we grown. You don't want to go and tell another grown person what to do. But if you tell your significant other that something that they're doing that, it don't even seem right. It really don't. You tell them that this is making you uncomfortable, or it makes you feel some type of way. And there's not a conversation of how you can meet halfway. That ain't the person for you. Period. Mama D checking in. She said, oh, hell no. Okay, 6 O's, period. Mama D, I feel you. David said, people have to understand that some people don't want resolutions nowadays. Speak. You better speak on it, David. They don't. They'll keep it to themselves. And, some people will do some rotten stuff if you piss them off. They won't even have a conversation with you. They'll just start doing rotten, petty things. And you just like, why? Why are you doing this? You don't have to do it. You don't. They don't want to have no type of resolve. I feel like she does want some type of resolve with this situation. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. Like, I don't know how I would feel. You can't be giving. If we broke up, no more shopping sprees, no more late night creeps, no more VIP, no more dough. Rough Ends told y'all back in the damn 2000s. They said it. You don't get that no more. We broke up. I don't get it. And Tracy said, right. Yes. David said, say that again for the people in the back to hear you. I'ma say it again. Say that. Facts, Michi. And Mama D said the truth is that they don't. LOL, Rough Ends. That's hilarious. I love Rough Ends. Y'all better look. They got a new album out. Y'all better get in tune. Period. Mama D said it's over. And as Tracy said, boundaries are important. Absolutely. And like I said, when you're getting to know someone, you don't know that you crossed the boundary until you have already crossed that boundary. Because everybody, think about if you date different people and you do, different, whatever, you naturally date before you end up with your soulmate, your life mate, whatever you may call them. There's going to be times where they're going to do something that's going to piss you off, or it's going to annoy you, or it's going to put you in a different space than being happy and all in love with your significant other. Communication is key. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the relationship mine has been so long and it's gone through so many different evolutions. You know what I'm saying? And relationships go through stuff all the time, baby. But I'm learning that communicating and then doing it, not just communicating, because see, you could communicate and be on that rah. That you could do all that. But you know what I'm saying? It's about kind of like finding those ways. Your significant other. So she know her man. She's going to be able to know how to talk to him and how to really talk to him. Okay. I can even say for me, like, I know if my husband want to talk to me about something, he like, let me coax her up. I'm like, yep. I'm like, okay. I'm like, he bringing some food. He doing, he doing all this stuff. I'm like, what you doing? What we finna talk about? Hey, butter it up a little bit, whatever you need to do, but lay down your boundary. You can't be giving your ex money. Do you have a legal obligation with this girl? This is me getting all, hello, hi, I'm here. I'm talking to you. It really is. David said people need to be mindful of how they treat people. Most people can take a beating, but can't take a punch. Yeah, and it's just like how he responds to how she feels is gonna say everything about that relationship. And if he really, really, really wants to take it to the next level with her, period. It couldn't be me, y'all. It couldn't be me. So, whew. That was the what would you do tonight. I want to thank y'all so much for just the feedback and everything. I mean, it sounded a little crazy. Like I said, situations happen. Me personally, if he is not paying old expenses, old stuff, because we don't know, he Ubers and takeout or whatever the case is. So say, what if it's a situation like this? Y'all know, go with me here. What if he, maybe those is past charges or something? What if he wrecked her car? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, have y'all ever known somebody to like get their car, to get it towed or whatever the case is, and they're never able to get it out from the tow yard? I've seen it happen a few times, and it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I'm like, damn, it's a lot going on. This car's not coming back. They have to 2 tears in the bucket. The rest. You get what I'm saying? So you never know what people have going on in the relationships or whatever the case is. So get down to the bottom of it, girl. Moving along. What's happening? What's up? Woo. Okay, first, y'all, I woke up this morning. This story was really, 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 really sad. Did you all see the story about in the complex in Florida where a part of it collapsed this morning? And it was bad, you all. It was bad. I mean, I when I read it this morning, shout out to Darren Brown. He lives in Florida, and I saw his status first. He's like, I hope none of my peeps, I'm paraphrasing here, I don't remember the exact status, but it was essentially like, I hope that my peeps that's down here, that nobody was involved or hurt with that incident, where the apartment collapsed. And then I saw the news story, and then maybe a couple hours later, while working from home today, I ended up the video. Somebody reposted the video, and it was from, I think, like CBS News. They had retrieved that, and oh my God, y'all! I mean, they said it was 55 units that were affected. There's over 100 people that's not even accounted for at this point. Like they don't know what's going on. Mama D said, yes, horrible. It's so horrible. And I'm just, my heart goes out to everyone that was affected, all of their families. You know what I'm saying? I'm praying that through all of that happened, that, they're still going to find more survivors, or at least be able to identify anyone that was involved in this accident. Because the way that it happened, y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. Now, look, let me put this out here, because what I'm about to say, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I'm not that type of person. Okay. And shout out to them too, because at the end of the day, we all have our minds, and we, everybody thinks and processes stuff differently. So shout out to them. However, when I looked at the video, that shit looked like an explosion. It looked, I just felt like looking at it. I mean, it was a short clip, but I'm just like, my goodness, the way that it came down, it looked like, when have you ever seen a building be demolished? Like, I don't know if you all have ever seen it. I've been able to see it where they play, like the clips and stuff, they play it on the news. Auntie Tracy said prayers going out. Absolutely. But when I saw the video, it looked so much. Yeah, Mama D even said she agreed too. She said it did. It looked like that it was, it was it was explosion, like it was purposely done. So my whole thing is that whatever is going on, we're praying for the families tonight. But if there was any type of ill will or anything that happened that contributed to that particular incident, I pray that they find out what it is. I pray that it never happens again. And that, because some people were even, I like to read the comments, but people were making some valid points, like just trying to figure out what the hell happened. But they were like, okay, they were working on the roof. Did they leave roofing supplies or different things on the roof that were heavy that could have like made that particular structure cave in? It was made it back in 1981. So, there were different things going on building wise back then. Cause I mean, I don't know if y'all seen, they'll put a house up in like 2 weeks out here in the South suburbs, child. I'm like, ooh, they put that house up quick. Dang. And I'm like, they got a whole strip mall over here. They build it a little bit more. So you don't know all that old stuff. I tell you what, when I was looking for my house, we kept finding in certain houses that they had asbestos in the attics of a lot of the homes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, what the hell is up with this? So an older building like that, you don't know what they got going on in there. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like they said up to a couple blocks away, there were cars that were covered in the dust and debris from the building collapsing. So it was horrific. I am praying for them. Okay. That's what's happening. What's up? Look, whoever you pray to, whatever, put up a word for those people affected overnight down in Florida. Okay. We sending up prayers here from the Blueprint Media Company and the Blueprint Live, period. Like that's, my Lord, that was it. Okay. Y'all heard about the stuff going on with Britney Spears, her conservatorship. Y'all, they making Britney Spears keep her, she has to keep an IUD, and they're not even letting her have her reproductive system, like, to herself. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine being almost 40 years old and not having any type of control over your own? I mean, they keep you your money. And Britney Spears, I tell y'all what, I know that she had her meltdown and stuff back in the day. And I remember it very vividly. See, my sister and I, look, how we grew up, okay, like we listened to CDs, we was at the house, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say we was sheltered, we wasn't like that, we got out, but music, we loved all types of music. I had Christina Aguilera CD, NSYNC, all of that. I love all music, okay? And when Britney Spears came out, it was like that, oops, I did it. I'm like, okay, yeah, I came to y'all. I loved her, okay? And she is a hell of a performer. Every dollar that woman has made, she worked her butt off from it. She had raw videos. Her stuff was really, really good. You know what I'm saying? She's worked her butt off for everything that she has and can't even enjoy it in her later years. Got it. Her own daddy is keeping her from getting it. My whole thing is, when they broke it down, y'all, they said Britney Spears is getting $2,000 like for a weekly stipend, and her dad gets $4,000. What in the 1993 when I was a baby? What? Mama D said, baby, what's really going on? Right. Whitney said, what? with all the T's, okay, period. Mama D said, is she really that bad? I ain't even gonna lie, Mama D. Now, let me speak on this. And I ain't gonna talk bad on my Britney Spears because I think she's very talented. When I went on her, somebody had posted some type of video that she had on Instagram. And, it just seems like that she is, it's like I couldn't really tell if it was more of like a, kind of like boho chic type of, like feeling like, oh, I feel the universe, all that other type of stuff. Cause I think that that's dope for anybody, however you get in touch with yourself, the environment or whatever the case is, I'm going to always be for that. But she looked very, very different, Mama D, than I think the Britney Spears that we knew that was mainstream. Okay. So, but she said that it's like they were doping her up. David said, I hope Britney does get the right to remove her dad. He's lived off her for long enough now. He will have to work. Absolutely. My whole thing is you taking all her money. You better have been putting you a little bit of something up. David said, my little sister loves Britney Spears. Absolutely. I got mad love for all the artists that came out back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all know I love B2K and Pretty Ricky and all that other stuff. Y'all, that's the wretched side of me. However, you know, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, like I said, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, baby. Okay, we used to watch The Box. Do y'all remember The Box? Y'all remember The Box? It might just be me with my old ass. I don't care. Okay. Oh my God, me and my sister, my sister and I, we would sit at, you know, my grandma Daisy's house, or we would do it at my grandma Callie's house. And child, we was watching The Box, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, our parents, they like, I dare you to call. They like, it's $2.99 a call. I think I called like one time, and then it was just like, you can't do that. It's extra. And then I'm just like, oh, snaps. I can't do that no more. So you have to wait for your video to come up, baby. I know all of that. All of those songs. David said he remembered The Box. Yes. He said, it's sick that this has been allowed to continue. Yes, she faced crisis years ago. That shouldn't define the rest of her life. Absolutely. Everybody deserves a second chance. Mama D said, I think they need to check the father out. Exactly. They definitely need to. Auntie Tracy, you definitely remember The Box. Okay. You remember we used to watch it all the time. My auntie, no, we used to watch videos all the time. That at night, I think of you. I remember when that video first premiered on there. Okay. Like, that's how far I'm going to take it back. That's the real Throwback Thursday. Jamal know what The Box is. The Box. David said that was the music video channel that I ran the phone bill up for. Ooh, no, you didn't. See, that would have been a whooping in our household. And it would have been deserved, child. Jamal said, I called for the Busta Rhymes, Give Me Some More. Great video. Wait a minute. Do you remember when Busta Rhymes did the video with Janet Jackson? Gonna make. Okay, yes. I'm like, this is my video. Auntie Tracy, you know, because we used to flip between there and what was it? BET would play it sometimes. MTV before they turned into The Box ended up turning into MTV too. And I was like, what? Winnie said she watched Channel 13. Yes, it was kind of like some other numbers in my grandma's house, but we was in the city. Mama D said, why is the father do in tune with his daughter? I just think he's ridiculous. Britney Spears' father is just he's a hot mess. Jamal said with the 3-digit code. Absolutely. Every video had one. You like, so whatever you want to hear. And then you know what? This is the thing. This is how I know that they had us messed up. Because for all my people that did watch, side note, they never like played the stuff like back to back like that. Meaning that when y'all was calling, they wasn't really recording that. They was taking your $2.99. I recognize it now. Jamal said yes. As Tracy said, LOL. David said yes, make your body wet. Y'all know that Busta Rhymes and Janet Jackson. Y'all better stop acting like that. Mama D said y'all out of her league. Out of my league. Absolutely. Whitney, okay, 13 was my box channel, I thought. I think, you know what? Like I said, it was, you know, I missed The Box too. They need to bring it back. David said, from what I've heard, MTV brought them out. Yeah, it turned into MTV too. And like, I remember when it happened because we watched videos faithfully. So when they switched over, I'm like, what is this? Why is this on my screen? Where's The Box? You know, information back then was not as available as it is now. So you just like this. Hi. You know how you got to like look at the thing again and make sure you press the right numbers. Like I pressed. Ours was, I think, was in 70. It was in the 70s or something like that. It was either like the 60s or 70s in my grandma's house. And I'm like, did I press the right? Oh, I didn't. Okay. This still MTV too. Okay. Auntie Tracy said The Box was everything. It was. Mama D, The Box was a music channel that they played music throughout the day, and you could pay $2.99 to have your song kind of bumped up, where they would play the video again. And you had to call in. It was like, yeah, let me play that. And like Jamal said, it was a 3-digit code. David said, I was pissed when MTV brought them out. Yeah, me too. I definitely was, you know. And but needless to say, during those years, bringing it back to Miss Britney Spears, I remember her videos being on there. I'm a slave. for you. If she would have made that song now, they probably would have tried to cancel her because, everybody all like, oh, we can't talk about that. But Britney Spears was jamming. She earned every dollar. She could dance her ass off. She deserves, being almost 40 years old, to be able to bask in the glory of all of her efforts and everything that she contributed to, the music game on the pop side. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing is, we got legends that's still walking among us, no matter what color they are. They could be black, white, Hispanic, whatever. There are greats that are among us. And my whole thing is, what a way to give somebody their flowers now by giving them the freedom. Like someone mentioned earlier in the comments, just because she had a moment where things spiraled out of control for her, that just happened to go public, because she was a celebrity. But have we not all had a time where things spun out of control for us? It caused you to make decisions or do things where you got chapters that you now don't want to read out loud. We all have them. I tell everybody, I'm like, everybody got chapters that they don't want to read out loud. Okay. So Britney Spears having her, public, meltdown and the things that she had or whatever the case is, somebody right now, somebody that's walking around with you, they got the biggest smile on their face, seem like all of their stuff is together. They didn't had a meltdown that was equal to that or even worse. Hers just happens to be publicized. You get what I'm saying? But should that one meltdown, if things have changed for her and she can prove that the life that she was living that might have led to that is completely different and she's made a turnaround, why not give her back her freedom? I don't know. For me, it's just too much. Mama D said that was for the kids. Yeah, the box was definitely for us. Especially when she was at the MTV VMAs, when she walked out to the stage with that snake around her neck. She was brave for that one. Absolutely. She was. This is the thing. Honor your legends while they're here. It don't matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm a root for everybody. Y'all know I'm a root for us. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you got to be able to recognize when somebody done paid away. People, I wish everybody would give Soulja Boy his flowers. Give him his flowers, y'all. People like to just give him their flowers. Give it to him while they're here. Okay? Mama D said we have all fallen short. Absolutely. And like I said, she had a meltdown that just happened to be public because she was a celebrity, but that was years ago. Think about how long ago that was when she shaved her hair and did all that other stuff. She was going through some stuff. She didn't get to have like a normal, growing up on Mickey Mouse Club, all this other stuff. All of them. Everybody got a little things going on. Okay? We can't judge nobody. Whitney said OMG throwback. Absolutely. Yes. So look. Now, we talked about that. Everybody pray for Britney Spears. Okay, we got a lot of people that we praying for, that we looking after tonight. But did y'all hear about IKEA and their Juneteenth menu? Let me tell y'all what they had. This was their Atlanta-based IKEA store. They decided to have a menu in honor of Juneteenth. That was going to be soul food. This is what it included. Chicken and watermelon, mac and cheese, potato salad, collard greens, and candy yams. They sent the email to them about the celebration, telling them to watch, for the special menu, and that's what was included. Then they ended up having to send out something else saying that, they didn't mean to offend, because they had a lot of their staff call off that day to protest. Yes, Whitney. IKEA did that. IKEA totally did it. They totally did, girl. I was reading it and I'm just like, what? Whitney said logging off chicken and watermelon. Girl, that threw me. I didn't even, let me tell you, sis, let me tell you how I didn't even need, Whitney, I didn't even need to read nothing else past the part when they said the chicken and watermelon. I'm like, I think that because, okay, so I'm going to just be 100% honest. First off, shout out to the fact that we did just celebrate Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? And that just passed. Absolutely amazing. I think that them making it a national holiday was something that, I don't know about y'all. I can only speak for me. I didn't know that it was going to happen as quickly as it did. I felt like that there was more of an effort to try to pass like kind of like a hate crime type of bill, similar to the ones that was, passed for our Asian American, citizens here in the U.S. So I thought that would be a little bit more of a push. I didn't see Juneteenth becoming something like we made it something. It was something within the Black community. There were so many people that, I'll be honest with you. I knew about Juneteenth as far as like the, you know, the historical part of it. But had there been like a formal celebration similar to what we would do for other holidays like Labor Day, Memorial Day, 4th of July? No, there was not a formal celebration. But during the pandemic last year, at least that's when I could say I saw the rise of people becoming more knowledgeable about it, learning about it, celebrating it. I think it kind of snuck up on us that they were actually going to make it a national holiday. So it's like, I think that a lot of these bigger companies were really stuck on how do we celebrate? You know, how do we, what do we do? You know, the part that really irritated me with this particular story in Atlanta was that the people that were on the team to put the menu together, there was no Black representation as far as that's concerned. And that's what really ticked off the African-American workers that worked, you know, or that called off that day in protest. Okay. IKEA is big. So, you know, I'm like, if you missing like a good third, you know, a third to 2/3 of your staff, you are kind of in a situation. That's bad. That's not a good thing. So what we have to remember is that, you know, and especially, you know, I work in corporate, so I understand what it's like, where it's just like, you know, in certain situations, you know, you may be the only you in the room. And I would just say, you know, without, you know, be overbearing, I guess, if you need to. Like, I mean, I guess if you work somewhere and you see that they like really about to do like some stuff that's going to come off as totally insensitive to a race or doing something, speak up if you can. But I think anybody that's worked within a corporate space, you know, a lot of them, they wouldn't even release their names on the, you know, with the news, the first news source that they spoke with in Atlanta, in fear of retaliation for their jobs. Because remember, most of us, when we, you know, sign all of our paperwork to get a new position, if you are in the corporate space, they make you sign something saying that you will not directly speak to any media on behalf of the company or in regards to the company. You know what I'm saying? Like most places, you know, and especially if they paying you them dollars, okay? They come in with some dollars, okay? Dollars. They not gonna, you're not gonna be able to do that. Okay. Mama D said, no. Me either. It was quick. David said, that's true. You're right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They should have just had somebody in the room, because me personally, I would just, I can tell y'all, okay, when I was working at my other job, y'all remember when I was doing Corporate Chronicles, I couldn't say like where I was working or whatever the case is at the time. I was working for a shared office space, and I was, you know, the office manager for a location. And I can remember like being in certain meetings that we would all have, you know, and they would just be talking about some stuff that I'm just like, this is not gonna work. This is not gonna work. Y'all probably shouldn't do that. You know, even in those environments where I didn't feel like I didn't feel 1,000% comfortable with speaking up. I would do it if I needed to, but it just would always feel like super uncomfortable afterwards. They, you know, I can say that if they would have tried to do something that was going to be culturally sensitive, or, you know, it was going to just, it wasn't going to be right. It just was not going to, it wasn't going to meet the mark. I'm going to say something. I'm going to be like, look, you know, the same way that those 39 people that walked out, they felt some type of way. If you feel some type of way, stand on it. Stand on it. Understand certain things come with a little bit of consequences, but I ain't mad at them for walking out. I'm like, this is what y'all chose? Y'all ain't want to like take a pic to see, because this is the thing. I would have said, you know what I'm saying? I would have sent out a survey to everybody like, hey, you know, we want to, you know, get you all lunch, dinner, you know, breakfast, whatever it is, you know, in honor of the Juneteenth holiday, to, you know, honor our African-American, you know, coworkers, or however it is that you want to say it, you know, and say, hey, we like to provide a menu. Can we take a quick survey of the type of food that you all would like? The best type that's on here wins, you know. Make it like a company incentive. Get your people involved. That's what people forget as far as with management. Like, it's about the people. It's not about what the people at the top want. It's about what your workers, you get your workers. You see what they want. Them Black people might have wanted pizza. They might have wanted some Harold's. Y'all know they was down in Atlanta. They got a Harold's down there in Atlanta too. They might have wanted some chicken wings. They like, hell, maybe you could get us some platter of tacos or something. I mean, you know, we don't just, Black people don't just eat soul food all the time. We eat salad, we eat different stuff, okay? And they made the correlation, and it's just like, naturally, yeah. Now, as Black people, when we get together with our families, do we have a little soul food stuff on the menu? You might have your people out there making some ribs, but you might have some macaroni and cheese too. You might have some little stuff. That's fine. But with the company, they should have at least just made sure that was a cohesive decision amongst the team. That was my whole thing. Like, Auntie Tracy said, companies just pay me for the day and I'm gonna do me, giving honor. Okay, like, look, let me off early. Can all the Black people just have a day off? Like, is that possible? Like, can we all just be out? Can y'all close the stuff? If y'all want to honor us, give us a day of pay. Honor it as a national holiday. We don't want to come in and eat soul food with you. We don't want to come in and do anything on holidays like that. The 4th, any of that, anything where you celebrate some type of independence. We trying to go be independent. That's my thoughts on that. Okay. This one, y'all. Hold on, wait. What did Jamal say? He said they did that at Whitney's job, basically asking if it was okay to get chicken. You know what, Jamal? I would love more context on how they actually asked about it, because again, it's all about the approach. Like for me, I know, I'm still doing operations, but I've, kind of stepped away from kind of like those lead roles. Ugh, so glad. But it's all about kind of getting everybody on the same page. So it's all about how you do it. You can do it through surveys. They have Survey Monkey, all of these different things where you could send it out and say, hey, what would you all like? What would the people like? That's me giving my hands. The people. What would they like? Let's show of hands. Look how Jay said, look at how long it took to get King's Day. Okay, girl, you right. It took a long time. Okay, this last story on what's happening. What's up? All right. A Tennessee woman is facing federal charges after the USPS investigators say she mailed packages. Excuse me. She mailed packages containing human blood stained feminine products and feces to her husband's former wife. Gibson told investigators she mailed the products because she wanted the kids to know the truth about the ex-wife, claiming that she was lazy, didn't work, and lived off the system. Gibson told investigators she, on the other hand, worked hard for everything she had. Gibson is scheduled to appear on July 28th on stalking, harassment, and vandalism charges. The USPS rules that any materials such as biological and regulated material waste are not permitted in domestic mail, except when they are intended for medical or veterinary use. Okay, so let me break that down. This lady sent like dirty, like feminine products and feces through the mail. They're saying you can't do it unless it's for medical use. So like, some people may have to, have their stool tested or different things like that. I don't know if that moves in between the USPS. I would hope not. But if it does, that's a medical. So it could be done for that or for veterinary use. I don't know why they would. I'm not mailing shit, but because that's essentially what we're talking about here. This lady crazy as hell. Do y'all know that she was a nurse too? Let's have a real conversation. Tennessee. I know y'all got shame. That's what I'm saying to Tracy. She said, baby, find something else to do. Find something else to do. She the ex. Mama D said, lock her butt up. Absolutely. I agree, Mama D. Like, my whole thing is, wow, you got a lot of time on your hands. You got a lot you got going on. You got some things you got to fight within your spirit. Because my whole thing is like, but why? For who? For what? And then I'm like, your kids ain't gonna know nothing but that you crazy. Your kids gonna know that you crazy. Everything got a place where it's supposed to go. Okay. So when you have things that's happening with your body that is not supposed to go through the United States Postal Service, it's not supposed to go there. I can tell you that is one of the places where it definitely should not be going. Shame. It's a little bit of shame with that because I'm like, girl, why? Anyway, topic of the night. coming up. But first, I gotta give you my lavish look of the week. Now, this is my fave, y'all. I've literally been wearing these. These are the stepping out pinks. Okay, so if you recall from my spring collection, I had these available with the black tint, but I wanted to bring them back for the summer for a little bit of summer flair. Okay, boop boop boop. So this is the stepping out pink. This is one of my favorite frames. I try to do with lavish looks, I try to make sure that I have very durable frames. You want your sunglasses. The sunglasses is protecting you and your eyes from the sun. Okay, so you want to be able to have you a nice pair of durable glasses. So if you at brunch and you toe up with your girls, you at the beach with your friends, you doing different things and things get a little bit rough, you got to have a durable frame with it. I'll put it on one more time. It's so cute. I love it. I absolutely love it. So the lavish look of the week is stepping out pink. For those that'll listen to me afterwards on Spotify, iHeart, all of that other stuff. Love y'all. Make sure that you go and shop on MzMetchi.com/shop. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? Put it in your cart. You won't be disappointed. Let me get in these comments real quick. Auntie Tracy said those look nice on you. Thank you. Mama D, I love those. They look so good on. They are, Mama D, girl. David said people that have time on their hands like her surely could be edible to waste time. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, that lady was crazy. But I'm gonna go ahead and get into my topic of the night. All right. So this is stemming from earlier from the hated it, and I ain't even gonna hold y'all for long. Y'all already know. I ain't gonna hold you. Why are Black women's look so heavily criticized? And that should be looks, but that's okay, because guess what? I'm gonna have it on here now. God is good. Give him some praise. Okay. Stemming from, I'll take you back just in case if you're tuning in, you didn't get a chance to listen to the Hated It. So it was like a love it, hate it. But Sha'Carri Richardson, absolutely love her. She's the bomb.com. That girl is on fire and she is the bomb. Thank you, David. He said nice glasses. I was, telling everyone during the Hate It and Love It that, I was seeing so much surrounded around her looks. They had all of these things to say. And I'm like, why are you ignoring her greatness? And I can say that, still we talked about working in the corporate space. I did a whole podcast dedicated. I'm like, I got to help my people navigate this stuff, because corporate, some of them people will try you and say certain things where you just feel like, I'm finna go off on them. I'm gonna slap them. You're not gonna slap them for real, but you do mentally in your head. Okay. The looks are so criticized. Like they were, you couldn't even focus on the fact that she had just achieved such an amazing goal, because it's like you seeing all of this stuff surrounding around the color of her hair, or how long her nails was, and how this, asking all types of questions and saying all types of things that have no relevance to the fact that it's just like, she is literally like the fastest person ever right now. You breaking records, girl. Okay. And the way somebody like put together a video, and I was looking, I was like, oh my gosh, she's so fast. It looked like almost like she was flying. Literally. Like I'm just like, she is not running at this particular point. But it's like, I just don't understand why there's always such a heavy stigma as far as that's concerned, and just like on how we look. I can say that I've experienced it being in being in the corporate space where, like my hair, y'all know me, like I switch my hair up all the time. But when I was definitely at Regis, sometimes if I came in and I would try to like push, I pushed it with them. Like I would go in, I started at like a 1B, and then I'm like, by the time I got to the wintertime, I kicked it up to like a 99J. And girls, y'all know the colors. Okay. Y'all know what a 1B is. Y'all know what a 99J is. I'm like, let me give them a little burgundy. I'm going to start off dark. Then I came back and I'm like, now I'm about to do some copper. I'm going to add copper into my hair, Wait, Jamal said FloJo did the same thing back in the day. And baby, FloJo was fine. Okay. Her nails, hair, everything. Lips. She always had the red lip, baby. She was doing her thing. Okay. Mama D said, do you all know FloJo? She was the fastest runner in my day. The focus on her long nails. Yeah. And that's what and Mama D, yes. Y'all better know who FloJo is, okay? Black History Month just passed. I'm gonna need y'all. Do we need to start dropping Black History facts up in here? Let me know. If y'all don't know who FloJo is, y'all better. If y'all don't know who FloJo is, put it in the comments. Talk to me. We gonna have to get y'all educated, okay? Because she was the pioneer, okay? Sha'Carri Richardson is an awesome example of one of the greatest. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like. But the looks, I'm like, you are not looking at what was achieved. We're looking at the outer appearance. You know what I'm saying? And I know that I've experienced it at work. Like I said, I was, was trying it. And then, I did. They would like make little comments. Like if we had group meetings and I'm like, shoot, I ain't switched my hair today. I ain't put my bun in. I ain't do this. I'm like, oh, we meeting them. But, hey, I might have copper hair in my head this day. They'll make little comments like, oh, it's so. I'm like, don't touch my hair. Our looks. Or have you ever seen like some people, when I was working, I worked at a Black owned bank, ISF, and there was this lady that worked there. She was very shapely woman. You just couldn't deny it, baby. She had curves. And, I would literally, I was a personal banker at the time. So, I would have like, older people or just people that would come in general, like, oh, why she dressed like that? Oh, that dress real tight, ain't it? And I'm just like this. Is this hateration or holleration in the dancery? Because why are you concerned about how this person look? Again, this is a Black woman. She can't help that she shapely got hips like, woo, okay? Why is that the focus? I don't know, y'all. I think we do know, but it's kind of like an unspoken thing. It's just like, do we get all of this clap back because everybody, they like, do they want to look like us? I mean, do you want to be us? Do you want us to stop being us, being ourselves? Like, what are we doing here? What's the goal? But let me tell you my number one thing that I hate as far as with the looks being, criticized. Baby, so let me tell y'all, if anybody who knows me for real or like, you kind of see me, y'all know I get dressed up. I like to look nice. You know what I'm saying? I like to look good. And I also like to switch my hair up very often. But, meaning that I'm going to have my units and all the other stuff. I work with Gems by Jazz, I work with other hair companies, different things where it's just like, I'm going to always change my hair up if I can. Shit, why not? But I always hear guys or just hear different people that have a problem. Like they talk about like the weave and you doing this and why you can't, why you have on makeup, who you trying to impress. And it's just like, I'm trying to impress me because I like how I look. Because this is what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? This is the way I express myself. This is what it is. Why does it matter to you what somebody else is doing? And this don't just go for Black women. Why are you worried about what somebody else got going on? Why, when it was cold out, y'all was worrying about the dudes that had pelly coats? Was they warm? Isn't that the goal? I don't know. I just have questions. I always just try to understand the root of why things happen. Why? Why is it so heavily criticized? What is the root of that? Where no matter what, it can be an accomplishment. It could be whatever. Like, okay, y'all know our mayor. Did y'all see our mayor getting bouted at the town hall meeting? I was like, they finna fight, Lord. Hold on, David Burns said, Black runner. Mama D said, let me correct myself, African American. Absolutely. FloJo is the fastest runner and still hold the record for the run in the 10 meter, 10.49 seconds. Absolutely. Mama D said, exactly, mind your business. Yeah, I mean, it's just, everybody got to back up off of us. Y'all back up off Sha'Carri, okay? After I saw her story, she had lost her mom, you know what I'm saying? The way that she ran to her grandmother's arms, that shit made me miss my grandmothers. Both my grandmothers. I was like, oh my goodness. The love that we get from our grandmothers, y'all. Ooh. If y'all grandmother was in y'all life, if you was blessed to be able to meet her, she was good to you, you know what I'm saying? Like the love that she gave to Sha'Carri after that race, how she ran into her arms, that is how, I would hope that you had that experience with your grandparent. I hope when I become a grandparent, I can give that to them children, as they would say, because it was just powerful and it radiated through the screen. I'm like this. I'm like, my eyes sweating. I got a tear in my eye. I'm like, I got a little tear in my eye. Auntie Tracy said, say that. Yes, y'all. Oh my goodness. The love from the grandmothers. It was everything. But, I'm like, after all of that, they were trying to say she was cocky because she pointed at the clock. I'd be pointing at it too. Like, I can't believe I just did that. Woo! Okay. Like, I really, really just did that. This really, really happened for me. You know what I'm saying? It was absolutely awesome. Back up off the criticism, y'all. Look, dudes is out here, they filling in their beards and all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a whole hair club that's near where I work at, and I see the people that go in there. You know what I'm saying? And it be men. Most of the criticism comes from men, and women. We got to stop being hard on each other too. Because I'm tired of people mad at people for wearing crop tops and all this other stuff. Mind your business. Stop criticizing other people. Wear what you want to wear. It's that simple. If you see something and you don't like it, it's okay for you not to like it, but it's not okay for you to bash or make nobody feel bad or say comments and just say different things. No, we're not doing that. I thought we had left that behind before the pandemic. Didn't the pandemic humble these people that be talking crap all the time and always got some level of criticism to give for somebody else, and you looking for the faults in everybody else? Look inside yourself. That's right. That's it. Mama D said, yep, men do touch-ups also. And they be the main ones. Wearing wig. I want my girl natural. I don't want her to wear no makeup. I don't want her to wear no hair. And da-da-da-da-da. Child. And then y'all done seen it on social media where the girl be blasting, blasting the little dude. And who he laid up with? Who he talking to? It's either somebody that's awesome. Maybe she don't look too hot. She ain't got herself all the way together. Or he done went out and got him somebody that look exactly like how he told your ass he didn't want you to look. Do what you got to do for you. Look good for you. If you want to wear your natural hair, wear your natural hair. If you want to put on makeup every day when you get up, that's not healthy for your skin. But if that's what you want to do, sis, we support you. You should be supported and not criticized. Okay? That's it. That's my word for today. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all the quote of the night. Let me see. Let me get who commented. Yep, Mama D, I'm telling you, look, she said exactly. We minding our own business and we not criticizing others. We staying in our own lane and we are worried about what's going on our own lane. Stop criticizing Black women and what they got going on. Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson. Shout out to all the Black women that's going to be represented in the Olympics this year. This is a good year. The Black girl magic is radiant, is beaming, is out here. And it can't be stopped. So congratulations to all of them. My quote of the night. Note to self. You can't control how other people receive your energy. Anything you do or say gets filtered through the lens of whatever they are going through at the moment, which has nothing to do with you. Just keep doing your thing with as much love and integrity as possible. That one was, this particular group was of Mark and the Angel. That is who made that particular quote, and I felt like that it was very, very, very relevant, and especially like even just what we were talking about, when you're doing for you and you're in control of you and what you have going on, and you're not worried about the other things, and you're moving in a way where you're doing what's best for you and you're not hurting nobody, you moving with that integrity, you moving with that positivity, or whatever the case is, it's bound to come back around. And maybe the things that people or situations, if it's not lining up with where you are, let it fall to the wayside. You can't control it. You can't control it. And that's the word that I leave you all with. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, everybody for, dropping those businesses. Shout out to Royalty Massages. Make sure you use the promo code James for that 15% off. Shout out to David Byrne. Him and his wife were in. Let me put it back on the screen for y'all. I'm gonna try to go back up because it's a lot of comments. But this is washed. It's available on Amazon Prime. Okay, so make sure that you all go and watch it. I'm gonna check it out, David. David, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be like this. It was good. I'm gonna give you my honest review. We always gonna keep it real with each other. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's going on? But I know that it's gonna be thebomb.com. It's on Amazon Prime. Y'all make sure that y'all go and check it out. It's lit. I mean, I love it. I love to see it. So I'm excited about that. But shout out to all of my sponsors. Okay. Tax Strategy, Closing the Gap Staffing, CHBM Services, Fiya Infusion, Ask BlueJae, Black Dollar Days, and of course, Lavish Looks by MzMetchi. Next week, really, really good show. I've got Southside Rico No Cap coming on. So we're talking about his new project that's coming out. He is an artist from the Chicagoland area. And y'all, he has a hell of a story that I'm really, really excited to, to get out there with you, with you all next week. So make sure that y'all tune in with me. David said, preach. Thank you. Thank you. Look, I'm trying, but y'all take care. If you tune into this afterwards, make sure you drop those businesses and come back and see me next week, 6:30. Bye.